Do you guys remember Roblox? Like, obviously you know of Roblox, but do you remember it? I made my Roblox account in April of 2010, and given how terrible I've been with my passwords my entire life, there were definitely a good handful of accounts that came before it. I still play Roblox now and again. Occasionally you can find some games that have some semi-decent replay value, especially if you're just looking for something to dick around with your friends for an hour or two. Then, occasionally, be I too tired, too nostalgic for times past, I think about what Roblox used to mean to me. See, I grew up in a semi-split home. That's how it felt at the time, at least. Early on in life, my best friend and my brother, due to a multitude of complicated factors I won't divulge at this time, got sent to live a few states away for the majority of the year. I was lucky I got to spend my summers and my holidays with them. My family was reclusive and I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. Oftentimes, he was the only one who I felt truly understood my weird sense of humor and treated me as an equal. So the majority of the year was pretty hard for me. Then we found online gaming. Via the worlds of Minecraft, Roblox, and movie battles too, I felt like I was able to spend more of my childhood with my brother than I would have ever gotten the chance otherwise. We spent many nights, both during the school year when he was away and the summers while he was here, up late playing Roblox. Sometimes I look back through our old messages and see my 10-year-old self with sloppy spelling providing him life updates through the Roblox direct message system. But again, not the Roblox we quite know today. With its highly polished games and its creepily realistic body shapes, the game and the community have taken on a second life. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's all bad. Having been a legacy player on the platform, I've had the privilege of witnessing a massive shift in its direction, both aesthetically and mechanically. Though I do have a hefty personal rose-colored bias for the days of chunky, awkwardly shaped typography, there are things to admire as Roblox as a platform fundamentally shifted. You see, polish wasn't quite a thing in the early days of Roblox. In the 2010 to 2014 era, the tools supplied for building were rusty at best, and it showed. Despite this era is where my nostalgia shines the absolute brightest. People found a way, despite the limited function of the site, to make games captivating, fun, and evidently memorable. Art lives from constraints and dies of freedom. That was one of the few things consistent about Roblox's evolution. No matter the era, no matter the resources provided, the art of creation and the eye of creativity shined through. Now, a common consensus is had among a lot of old-head Roblox fans. OG Roblox was superior, but I'd like to challenge that idea. In my mind, there's no true superior among the various forms that Roblox took. Roblox in 2010 to Roblox in 2015, even to 2023, is apples to oranges. Than to synthetic orange concentrate, and to say otherwise would be negligent of the opinion of many generations of Robloxians that came before me and after me. Hell, there were a lot after me. Take a peek at this chart of Roblox player base statistics from 2016 to now alone. However, in a society such as this one, you have to unfortunately expect large entities like that of the faceless Roblox corporation we know today to take advantage of its insane stranglehold on children and their parents' credit cards. Editor's note. I know my pronunciation of Robux is incorrect, but at this point I've called it Robux my entire life and I don't know how to change. Moving on. Robux has always existed in the background of Roblox. Previously something I considered to be a secondary currency supplied only by subscriptions to Builders Club, the Roblox premium service, and later through Builders Club and direct purchase, Robux allowed users to purchase only the top-shelf threads, the Gucci of the cyberworld, the Versace of the WWW. Though as of 2019, Builders Club no longer supplied that sweet Robux stipend. The icon changed from this cute baby little R symbol. Oh, look at him, so innocent, so coochie coochie coo, coochie coochie, what a cutie, coo coo gaga, to this satanic Pentagon corporate evil, bad, satanic, evil, Pentagon. Just look at it. Tell me it doesn't scream,
I'm gonna consume your firstborn.
A quote from an anonymous source states,
Roblox today has been corporatized through and through. They drop tickets and any kind of free customization for your profile. And you'll find that every front page title has some form of extreme monetization akin to what you'd see in a mobile game. Things like buying in-game currency or special weapons, which it's just pay to win. Even some of my favorite games that I'd consider highly polished have some form of pay to win, even if it's less egregious than other titles. It seems like the goal of game developers on Roblox today is to generate maximum profit, and they don't really try to hide it. Don't get me wrong, there are great games out there, and the Roblox Studio engine is extremely capable, but you have to search hard and sift through a lot of garbage to find them. And when you do find those games, you should still expect some kind of monetization. It's actually funny, a friend and I joke about making a game where it's just like a casino, and you gamble your Robux at the casino. It would literally be gambling, but it's kind of a gray area on Roblox.
And I have to agree. The corporatization of Roblox is one thing I find it very difficult to find an upside to. Everyone needs to turn a profit, but doing so off the backs of both the creativity of children and the wallets of their parents is grossly predatory in practice. Some quick numbers for you. Steam takes back about 30% of any given game's direct sale. Epic takes 12%, and Roblox takes a whopping 75.5%. In October of 2021, Roblox was valued at $41 billion. By November, after entering the open market, it had nearly doubled that. Surely, with such a steep stipend stolen from creators, with Roblox being the perpetrator, can you, our humble investigator, guess what Roblox is valued at now? Now it's valued at a shockingly low $19.1 billion. Roblox's official statement is that the value crashed as a result of the growing player base. Expansion and maintenance of such a large network is difficult to stay on top of. However, do take note that its predatory practices are relatively recently overturned stone. I would highly recommend watching How Roblox is Exploiting Young Game Developers by People Make Games, which released the video shortly after Roblox's height in November, and the follow-up video, Roblox Pressured Us to Delete Our Videos So We Dug Deeper, released during the very start of the decline. The timing of this alone speaks far more than any PR line Roblox can pull out of its ass now. I'll go ahead and link the two videos in the description. It goes without saying that when rumors of sketchy child labor practices get involved, investors tend to run for the hills. Now, I'm in the lucky position to have 3 younger siblings, each experiencing different eras of Roblox. Speaking to each of them, I was able to confirm an opinion I've long held. Nostalgia is the greatest leveler of all things. Despite my perceived golden era, every subsequent era will be deemed golden by another, usually younger person. I feel like a straight man who dropped acid for the first time and discovered empathy. People have individual experiences different than mine. Crazy. When I think about the golden era of Roblox, I think games like Heli Wars, games like Original Roblox Mall, Live in a 5-star Resort. I should mention, the creator and I were actually friends at the time. Best of pals, spoke all the time, great repertoire. Oh, that guy. His resorts. And the half-baked janky aesthetic that went with them. You see, what I'm talking about is Roblox. When the game was still made of Legos, when the was still goofy, and when the only constant was seeing Guest 4034 pleading people to say 123 for hot boyfriend, when you're just trying to enjoy making a living chopping birch in Lumber Tycoon 2. In the same vein, there was a lot of weird culture surrounding classic Roblox that pervades in my mind to this day. One piece of iconography that epitomizes itself as early Roblox is the awkward Lego studs everywhere. Fun fact, they actually changed the shape of the studs in the game to avoid a potential lawsuit by Lego in 2009. There was a huge culture war surrounding this, and a lot of the places still use the round studs because, quite honestly, the square studs never quite hit the same. Now, this wasn't Roblox's only run-in with potential copyright infringement, believe it or not. If you've played Roblox in the past few years, you might notice that there's a little something missing when you die. No, not like that. The oof sound effect. I couldn't go without mentioning this. I'll only briefly touch on it as there's a really interesting video by the wonderful H-Bomber guy on the topic that breaks it down in further detail than I ever could. If you have a whopping 2 hours to set aside, you should totally give it a listen. I'll leave a link in the description. Long story short, although the popular theory is that the sound comes from a jank PC game from the year 2000, Messiah, it's far more likely that it came from a stock audio library that both the games happened to use. At the time, it was very popular for video game companies to use similar sound effects CDs in production. Furthermore, when it came to using these sound effects in commercial products, as long as you purchased the CD itself, you'd be good to go. My bet is that the rights either weren't properly purchased at the time of production, or the sound developer of Messiah had raised enough hell for the company that they found it far safer to remove the sound effect as a whole rather than risking a lawsuit. Now, my one trifle with the idea of them not purchasing the rights for the sound effect comes from the creation of Roblox itself. Roblox was co-designed by both David Baszucki, otherwise known as his alternate title, Clippy, God of Roblox Builderman, and the late Eric Kussel, who helped create Roblox under the name Dynablox in 2004. They were two very handsomely loaded engineers who helped design and sell physics simulation software and wanted to introduce the fundamentals of their physics engine as well as the fundamentals of game design to children. Unfortunately, although my brother, Roblox, and I have grown and changed over the years, I can't say we've done so together. It served as a constant in my life for a long while, and while I can fawn over what it meant to me then and what it means to me now, I can't replicate its utility. Perhaps, like some people, Roblox can shed a warm, bright light in a time where we need it. Perhaps, like some people, we can acknowledge this memory as a good thing despite our connection being lost. Perhaps, like some people, we can acknowledge growth and change, take a step back and breathe knowing that it will go on to exist without us and brighten the lives of those also going through a dark time. We can look at the passing moment not as a misconnection, not with the resentment of missing something so dear to you, but reveling in the sanctimonious, uncaring, blind to the world joy that we got to experience while it was happening. Perhaps, with that in mind, I should also begin to acknowledge that there will be one day a time to let go. Sadly, Eric passed away in the early morning of February 11th, 2013. After a 3-year battle with brain cancer, he would be succeeded by his 2 children, who created a memorial in his honor. Made with the tools their father handcrafted, I cannot speak to a more genuine and touching display of love and remembrance. Eric and David pioneered interactive physics, the engine that was used to assist millions of engineering students around the world, and although it was designed with that in mind, I can't imagine that Eric and David had any idea just how far their idea would go. How many hearts the game's iconic imagery would touch, and how many distant brothers the game might bring just a little closer.